Shout out to those that have actually donated to the channel. It really helps out a lot. Thank you very much. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another video, diversifying my channel yet again, video game character. Today I'm gonna be doing Chun Li Street Fighter character, and let's analyze how strong she actually is. Ironically enough, Chun-Li is one of Ryu's most trusted allies and closest friends. Chun-Li deeply admires Ryu for his strong determination because she's got a strong work ethic as well, which is why she's so powerful and such a great fighter herself. She serves the law and has a good heart overall, you know what I mean? Even Ryu acknowledges her fighting abilities and etc. Chun-Li has a really flashy fighting style, if I'm being honest, utilizing her strong leg strength. She has some of the best legs probably in fighting history. She's one of my favorite kickers when it comes to fictional characters. Like, there's other kicker characters or kicking style characters that I like, such as characters from One Piece like Sanji. He has like a kicking type fighting style. He doesn't even use his hands. Chun-Li has one of those strong type of kicker fighting styles. But even I'm unsure if she's like my favorite kicker though, because I love Sanji a lot. But you know, I'm not trying to get off topic too much. One Piece, I love One Piece, don't judge me. Like many Street Fighter characters, Chun-Li seems to be like superhuman in nature. With her kicking style, normally humans seem to not be able to react to her speed when it comes to her kicking speed, be able to move her legs faster than the eyesight can see, which is pretty freaking quick. Casual bullet timing level speed. She has a long list of special moves and signature moves, like the special, you know, the signature kick where she just like moves her legs in like a blinding kicking motion. Even this move called the spinning bird kick, the stomp kick, gotta love it. The Senshu, gots to love the kick. Hazenshu kick. Tensou Yaku, gotta love this style. Yeah, she does have energy projections similar to Ryu. In the comic book lore, she's implied to be up there with characters and has fought the characters like Ken, Ryu, even characters like Sagat and Scuffles, and she's even a helping aid in battles with these characters in comic books, blowing away these creatures and a helping aid with their blast power, showing that Chun-Li is scalable to a lot of fighters. This is one of those video game verses where a lot of the characters in the verse are around the same level, depending on the forms and stuff like that, and their base forms. Everybody can kind of rival each other, depending on who you are. It's hard to telegraph her type of moves as well due to her unique stance. Her stance is really dope to look at. They seem to incorporate her video game moves in movies a lot as well to show the lore. As you can see here, a very advanced version of that blurring kick. As you can see, boom, 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 boom. There's even times when she combines her moves together, boom, boom, as you can see, like that, to add even more tornado explosiveness to it. One of her super ultra abilities where she just lays it on you with a whole bunch of attacks. It's just brutal. I knew when I was younger, I used to think these characters reminded me of Dragon Ball Z characters because they're key abilities, like these super moves, as you can see here. She even has a bigger energy blast. To further add into her lore, she even uses her energy projection to blast away cars. Yeah, she does have her own form of her Hadouken, basically, the Kikosho. Yeah, in the occasion she's fighting Cammy, yeah. Does the same thing against some clones. Yeah, she has a very wide radius showing her raw power, fighting style. Don't mess with this. Some would call the rawest female fighter in Street Fighter. Does this to Lilith. There was this like OVA. She did a blast this big, caused a huge crater to a character like Bison in OVA, showing her raw attack power. Naturally, being one of the best fighters in the Street Fighter verse, she has really, she's in a Street Fighter game. She is a really good martial artist. You're probably thinking her being a good martial artist should be quite obvious, right? Well, it is obvious, but how good is she? First of all, she's strong and skilled enough to take on armed thugs with ease, showing that she's above normal humans by a lot. Realistically speaking, she probably should be able to kick them in half if she just wanted to murder folks. There was this time where she even battled other martial artists, more than one, like a group of them, all at the same time. They seem to not be ready for it any type of way. Further concreting her status in this verse as definitely a top tier martial artist. Would have loved to see all this cinematography, animated, her move that she does in the game, showing that, yeah, this is a part of her lore. Stuff that she should be able to do, like blasting a thick door off the hinges with her blast power, attack power, striking power, and etc. She's fought some of the greatest fighters in the Street Fighter verse as Viper. Viper has been shown to be able to slug it out with Ryu himself, might I add. She can contend with characters like this and even endure her electricity blows and stuff like that, her technology. She's even fought on par with characters like Guile, a guy that can literally create sonic booms with his speed. Her body is strong enough to be durable enough to take hits from characters like Sagat, a being that be fighting Ryu himself in his base form a lot. And she can take hits and even slug it out with characters like this and strength and skills and etc. She can even kick so hard she can destroy a tank with a series of kicks. That's some serious attack power. This is way over hundreds of tons of force needed to do this. To bust a tank like this, I mean, tanks are bulletproof, can take missiles to some degree. To really get an idea of her attack power, she can literally strike with enough force to create shockwaves to do area of effect type of hits. To literally collapse the surrounding area with one attack. The move you see on video games where they jump in the air and clear the area by slamming to the ground? That's what Chun Li can do. They even prove more lore about her power. If she really wanted to just kill humans, this is one occasion you can see it. She actually proves that she can literally punch somebody's head off when she punches the head off a zombie, just to show that she can fight with this level of power if she wanted to, if she just wanted to murder humans. But more than likely when she fights normal humans, she's not hitting her hardest. Her strength has to kind of scale to her durability. Her attack power has to kind of scale to her durability a little bit. She's fought everybody known to man. She's even able to get the advantage over this being, and even getting sent through walls or doors, she can get back up. She's durable enough to take that type of stuff. As the fighter she is, she's able to keep up with fighters even when she's caught off guard and surprised, showing her level of skill and experience fighting people throughout the verse that are relatively comparable to her in power. There's this guy named Charlie Nash. She fought him, even kind of got the W on Charlie Nash in this occasion. Further concreting her status in this verse, she literally went blow for blow with Fei Long, aka the Bruce Lee of Street Fighter. No, seriously, he literally looks like Bruce Lee. But don't get mistaken, he's definitely not Bruce Lee. He's above Bruce Lee. He's superhuman in nature. Chun-Li's able to fight on par with this being. Keep in mind, this being is a very strong fighter in this verse. He can punch so hard that he can ignite the hydrogen in the air. His fist can turn on fire. He can shoot energy blast himself, that type of thing. Fei Long. Wasn't playing about his fire attacks. So yeah, fighting Fei Long is definitely impressive. She is so fast and skilled. She threw her bag. Her bag was in the air. She was able to take out some thugs before the bag actually hit the ground. Speed, skill, everything all in one. I think I showed this already, but yeah, she was able to dodge gunfire, by the way, showing her raw skills and etc. Oh yeah, by the way, that's her master again. I forgot to tell you that earlier. She actually had a master. He's pretty raw in his own right. She casually blocks 2 attacks from other Street Fighter characters, like younger ones. Oh, by the way, Chun-Li's teacher, Gin, yeah, he's actually fought in Ryu. Yeah, he's no slouch. Just giving further lore behind her strength and speed and etc. And why she should be comparable to at least what? At least very minimum base Ryu, at least, right? Power skilling in this verse is pretty straightforward. Strength, attack power, durability, all that stuff should go hand in hand. If Gin could do this, one could say Chun-Li should be able to do this. Even if you want to say she's slightly below him, even then, still plausible, you know what I mean? She's not a feather in comparison to Ryu, right? Realistically speaking, if Ryu's a 10 in his base form, then Chun-Li has to be at least a 9.5. That makes sense. That's fair enough, right? And I don't even want to get started on that scaling. I mean, think about Ryu fighting Akuma in his base state. Akuma can literally level the city. Chun-Li's already shown to be able to destroy a tank with her raw kicks alone casually. One could say she could level the city in half if she wanted to too, right? I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, she kind of did make a town-sized crater against Bison, you know what I mean? With Chi Blast. As a trained fighter and throughout the years, she actually seems to get stronger as time goes by, learning new skills and techniques as time goes by. It's probably one of her greatest assets. I mean, it's always good to improve, right? And that's what makes the story drive forward, right? After she learned more from her teacher, inherited his killing intent or whatever, she was actually able to start copying stuff. Mentorship type of thing. She's actually able to do his type of fighting style again. Oh boy, this is where it gets crazy. She's actually able to sense the weak points now. As you can see here, weak points of this, being able to do this, crumbles this. Look at that big old crater. That type of power. The technique she copies from this guy Gin, she's able to kill somebody with a single blow, sensing the weak points in somebody. Gin is no joke in his own right. Like I just showed you, Gin can fight Ryu himself, so Chun-Li is this powerful. I mean, for Pete's sake, just look at the big gas she made right here, just showing her level of attack power. And please keep note that characters like Gin from Street Fighter can move faster than the eye can see. He even says this in one of his super moves on the game. Apparently, this is the fighting style that Chun Li actually knows too, able to copy him. He has different stances as well on top of this. Of course, he seems superhuman nature, be able to like make it like a tornado. I do not think this is a game mechanic considering the level of power that I've shown in my previous video with Ryu of the characters in this verse. I do not think that's a game mechanic to be able to make a tornado. I think that's pretty accurate. A mini tornado, that is. Remember how I mentioned earlier how he can change his fighting stance, fighting style? As you can see here, this is a demonstration of that. Changing his fighting style, even while crouched. Chun-Li should be able to do these same techniques as well, which is why I'm showing them. Because she can copy her master's techniques. Comes in handy when it comes to scaling and lore. To really get an idea of her power. I love when he be changing up his stances and taunts. He does like pressure point type of combat. Kind of reminds you of Neji from Naruto, weak point to your body. Imagine adding the weak point style to the fact that they can literally punch like giant craters in grounds, like town-sized craters. Just imagine that. All his attacks seem so delicate and precise, really having a true purpose. Of course, I gotta go back to the classic stuff to get an idea of how she's always been. She's always been like this when it comes to these kicks. Energy blast as well. She's always had it. This is nothing new. How these characters from Street Fighter are capable of these superhuman feats, I'm more than likely thinking it's got something to do with them chi enhancing their muscles and bodies, as well as their physical training and delicateness with their martial arts training. She can do like a wide area of effect type of blast too. Like this was even in that cutscene with Bison. Speaking of Bison, I'm gonna get on him in a bit. No matter what game she seems to be in, she seems to have energy projection. Even in this one, as time goes by, her moves still similarly look the same. In this one, energy just seemed like it shot up. Capcom vs SNK seemed to have energy coming out of her leg that time. Yeah, her moves get insane. Twister. Yeah, epicness. Street Fighter vs. Tekken. It's funny how time goes by, they still continually have the similar moves. Gots to freaking love the consistency. To really get an understanding of how strong Chun-Li actually is, you got to get an idea of how strong the opponent she's around and the fact that she's not a flea in comparison. I mean, you got to remember characters like Fei Long, Ryu himself, Gin, and Bison. Why am I bringing these guys up, you ask? They're important because the fact that Chun-Li was actually able to fight on par with Fei Long, actually get kind of like an upper hand on Fei Long, the fact that her master is Jin, the fact that she's able to copy her mentor's fighting style, one could say she's not a feather compared to him. And we've seen Gin actually fight Ryu himself. I just showed you that in this video as well. Not only that, she's actually fought Bison as well, another being that has fought Ryu. So when it comes to this verse, it's actually not too complicated to conclude that Chun-Li more than likely has similar power to like a base Ryu at the very least. That's absolutely lowballing, meaning that she more than likely could kick a city in half or kick a town in half if she wanted to, considering the characters like Bison, Gin, her mastering his techniques. Gin can fight Ryu, and she's not a flea in comparison to Ryu. She was able to fight on par with characters like Sagat, another being that fights Ryu, that type of thing. I mean, that's too much proof of that, right? I've even showed that in this video, right? I personally would say it would be disrespectful to say otherwise. She's definitely a top tier fighter in this verse. Pretty much fought all the major names in this verse, and she's not a flea in comparison. Casual bullet timer when it comes to speed. She can dodge bullets with ease. We don't know the limitations of her speed. She's more than likely, she's been shown to have her legs be able to move in multiple places at once, meaning that she can kick faster than I can see. Her legs appear to be in multiple places at once and that type of thing. Her fighting style is very unique and everything like that. She can even use chi similar to characters like Ryu and Hadouken and stuff. She specializes in her kicking style, and it's really hard to telegraph her moves. You got to respect Chun-Li. It should also be noted that when it comes to durability, she can actually take her own attacks, so she's not a glass cannon. Like if she actually shot her town blasting energy blast or got kicked with her tank busting kicks, town leveling kicks, she wouldn't be dead. You know, it gives you that type of lore and how strong she actually is. And a lot of characters in her verse are actually this powerful as well, to add on top of the fact she can consistently fight on par with people on her level and things like that. She's fought on par with characters that have sonic booms like Guile, that type of thing. Oh yeah, I wasn't lying when I said Ryu fights beings like Sagat. Nope, I definitely wasn't. Thought I was joking, huh? To add more fuel to the fire, what if I told you Chun-Li actually fought Ryu himself? So that pretty much concretes it. She's not that far off of him, at least in his base state. I wouldn't go as far as to saying she's comparable to him in his, like, you know, evil Ryu states and all that craziness, the Oni Akuma, when he fought Oni Akuma and the power of nothingness. I'm not saying all that, but she can at least fight him in his base state, give him a pretty decently hard challenge in his base state, showing her level of power. Ryu in his base state can at least level a city or a town, so that lets you know that. I even have a Ryu video to show that, proof of that, right? But guys, that is just going to about do it. How did you guys enjoy this video about Chun-Li? Is she one of your favorite video game warriors? She's up there with me. You know, she's up there with Bayonetta. I love Bayonetta as a female warrior as well when it comes to video game characters. What about you though? I personally think she has enough attack power to like literally level a city. So I think, you know, Street Fighter characters in their base states, like some of the major characters like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, I think they can hit with 40 megatons of force at least, based on all the stuff I've shown you in the lore behind it. She can take the same attacks. She can use energy blast at a town level. She can even use weak spots from her master again. Fight Ryu. She's even fought Ryu. Her master fought Ryu. She has too much lore to back this up. She's even fought characters like Sagat. Even got in a scuffle with characters like Bison and things like that. But what do you guys think? You think I'm overhyping her? Did you think did you guys know she was this strong to be able to like literally kick a city in half? You probably thought she was on the level of like back level characters or superhumans like Captain America, right? Before I really dig deep into the lore of these Street Fighter characters, I personally did believe they were around the Batman range of power when it comes to skills, strength, and etc. before I really dig deep into the lore. But when you really dig deep into the lore of these Street Fighter characters, their base states is actually astronomically strong. I mean, heck, it's hard to believe a character like this can like literally kick a city in half. But what do you guys think? Could I be tripping? Put your comments down below. Make sure you check out those playlists, description below to just binge watch my stuff. Check out the description playlist to have a nice navigation through my channel. Hope I see you guys again through my channel, and I will be posting more content like this. You guys motivate me to keep moving and things like that. It really helps me move forward. Later, guys. Stay frosty.